new operator here. He's running the drop hammer and breaking it up for me. This road is something else, man. I mean, it's old, reinforced. Some of these areas are 12 inches thick of concrete with wire meshing. And then some of the areas by the railroad tracks, it's got 10 inches of asphalt on top of that. The easiest stuff here is this new concrete that you guys are seeing. That's because they put a new water main in here. And so that's the easiest part so far. But I'm going to get in front of him here in a minute. Everything there on the left side of the screen by that sign sitting in the grass, we're going to rip out from the road to the left-hand side of the sidewalk, so including the sidewalk. We're ripping out the sidewalk, the grass, the curb line, so all the gutter there. And we're going to be pouring a brand new 10-foot wide sidewalk right there. The new ADA ramp and all that jazz, but you can't see, my bucket's in the way right now. But the new ADA ramp. But we have a lot of utilities on this side, man. This is it's gonna be fun. And apparently it's only a foot down, some of the gas lines and whatnot, which is not exciting. But all right, we're gonna get this sign ripped out here. Try to get on the other side of this guy. Out of the way, buddy. Get out of the way. Thank you, sir. They're just going to replace this thing, so it's not a big deal if we rip it up, but I'm going to try not to. Get my bucket out of the way. Well, that was easy. I didn't think we were going to struggle, but try to get a little something kind of started here. Can't start hauling out until we get the trucks over here yet. it's nice for grading, I guess, but I mean, come on, we're a concrete company. We're not sitting here finish grading with the fucking excavator, right? Let me have my teeth so I can actually get into the ground or get into the concrete and rip shit out. And essentially, on my end, I'm a demo guy. Out a little bit of this gutter here. My drop hammer guy he didn't give me a big enough hole in my bucket, so I just got to figure that out. Whatever that. Again, if I had teeth, this wouldn't be so hard. not having teeth in situations like this on the end of my bucket with that sissy bar, this is what's causing the issues. Like, I can't get through this thing. The fuck is that? It's like a cannonball. shaking in this cab, especially smaller machines when you're digging off on the side without the support of the blade. A lot of rotation, a lot of movement inside the cab, which, you know, I mean, it's only a few inches, right? It's not a huge deal. It's just when you're trying to be precise, like 2 or 3 inch sway, it can make a pretty big difference. Union job, guys. These guys standing around, just fucking around. These guys work hard. They can't do much until I get this going. We went around, started on the other side of the job, to the other side of the street, so there's not much to do here until the operators get going. Here. What's up?
What's your pre-position? Am I able to count that back down just a little bit farther back?
Yeah, I was thinking that so that you have room to set up. I was just saying that I would go back another foot or so.
Because that concrete's already fucking broke. So
go back to the other break there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. But I mean, you want me to go
that far? I'm just saying it's already broke. So.
Oh.
Right now you're about that far in front of the grass.
Yeah, that's where they. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll have to move back over. Yep. Yeah. Yep, I know. There's only 3 here. There's 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Back up first, and this one is clear.
I'm not spinning anymore. I just need room so I can push this back towards the hole. That might be something that you're going to have the skid go in and just kind of pull back.
Yeah, we can get that far out. I got to go off that, get my 15-foot radius.
I won't be able to do that until he's out of the way.
It does move a little down 9 inches.
Why would they put that right on the curb line? That's crazy. Like that's completely in my way.
It does come out. I just gotta measure over 9 inches. Got the stake. Then I can still do my radius.
So you want me to leave that orange pin there?
Yeah, if not, it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
I can,
but rip out the bottom half.
yeah, like from here.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that.
They come out.
I'm gonna have to try to get over here because they don't want anyone else to do anything else. Is that far enough back?
Yeah, you're good. I just didn't want you to go deeper because obviously that's only gonna be like 4 inches.
You putting 4 inches of rock or no?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I tried matching it with the other grade. I mean, I'm a little bit deeper, but there's a lot of the black dirt here. You see all that black dirt? That's like topsoil. You don't necessarily want to put concrete on that, but I know they do all the time anyway.
We need to figure out what the fucking radius is. That way I know if you gotta dig farther back for your curve. Didn't match that though. So I would dig that wider like that.
You want it wider than what I have it?
Yeah, just so we can get a form back there, you know.
Just have them go parallel right here for a minute, or back up. Just have them turn around and back up. Oh, I see what you're trying to leave room for him. Yeah, just have him put his back end right over this water. Yeah. Tell the dump truck driver what we're looking for here. A lot of guys call them dump truck drivers dumb, man. And I don't understand it. We're all people trying to make a living. I don't think they're dumb. I just think, they're showing up to a job site that maybe they haven't been on. They don't quite know what the hell's going on. Hell, I show up to job sites, it'll be my job site, and I don't know what the hell's going on half the time, you know what I mean? Like, can you go on the curb just to leave room on that side? You're good as long as traffic can get by.
Okay.
All right. Loading up. Not too big of concrete chunks today, or right now anyway, so kind of somewhat skyding up a little bit. I don't like to beat these guys up too much, but going in sideways, as you guys know, probably, especially with the lower machine, it's a little bit hard to see up in there. Over there, Chris, he's keeping an eye out for me, make sure I don't hit any of these lines or whatnot. I've had that job for quite a while. It's not bad, it gets boring, especially if you're with a decent operator, because these guys know where everything are. When you're these machines, you kind of got to know, got to pay attention to all the markings and all I guess. Got a little deep on that end there, which they asked me to make it a little bit deeper, but I don't like digging this into my tracks. If I was on a dirt job, it wouldn't be as big of a deal, but I don't like shoving some of this concrete into my rollers, my idlers, whatever, you know. May 26th today, day after Memorial. Hope you guys had a great holiday, and those in America, anyway, hope you had got to spend some time with family or friends, barbecue, you know, hang out, maybe get something done around the house if you couldn't on a normal weekend. Me, I did a whole lot of nothing, and it felt good. It was the first time I got to do that in quite a while. I don't know. I probably need to put that on the schedule more often than not. Just sit around and do nothing here and there, you know? Down so that it doesn't get stuck on my thumb attachment there while I'm curling my bucket. height is changing, so plenty deep here. The rock than otherwise concrete. Demolition guys out there watching, man, this reminds me a lot of that. I mean, it's not quite as what I would call easy per se. Like, I mean, you know, come on, breaking shit, right? Like, just breaking shit for a living is fun. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's, you know, there's not a whole lot of thought behind it. However, this reminds me a lot of it because I'm basically just demoing the old road. You know, now I obviously can't break anything else that I'm not supposed to, and gotta watch out for utilities because they're still live. You know, but I don't know. I haven't done a whole lot of demo, so I may be wrong. Let me know down below. Do you think demolition is easy? Do you think it's as easy as this? Is this pretty easy? You know, concrete work ain't hard. I mean, it's a hard job, I guess, but it's not. It's not much to think about, you know. Especially when you're in the machine. Guy's truck, but I don't want to hammer some of these larger pieces in there because I have no dirt up there yet. That's a pretty big piece, so I'm going to scrape a bit of this dirt down. It's actually mostly rock right here. Back. It's already got a little bit of pad in there. Yes, sir, Bossman, sir. I will not hit any utilities. doing this for like 30 something years, right? It's like, we know. But at the same time, come on, like shit happens, you know. You get lost in conversation, right? You get lost in just thought, you know. You end up not seeing something that you probably should have. Stand right in my way as they're talking about safety. They're right here. Bunch of big balls, man. Wire mesh right here. This is in there. I don't know what it's like where you guys are, but I don't see a whole lot of this wire meshing on roadways, or at least the ones that we've done. And I don't know, we do a lot of neighborhoods, we do a lot of main fairways, obviously not like highways too often. So I'm just not quite sure if this is common or this is just something that's old. They had money back then, so they reinforce it, because the stuff we're pouring right now is not reinforced. And to be fair, concrete today is worse than it was 100 years ago. I'm gonna try to keep that water valve on this side of my blade until I get all this out of here, and then when I back up, that should be what's left.
Okay, he said hand dig the utilities, I think.
Well, how the hell are you supposed to hand dig the utilities underneath concrete?
We're not so much in the concrete. I guess the dirt around them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's in a new position, man. He's all stressing out. I got it. If I need your help or whatever, I'll let you know.
I got this shovel in case you need it.
You need to just look pretty and sit right there, buddy. My shovel's bigger.
I noticed.
I'd really rather not start this guy with this piece. What? Dirt in there. You know, my grandfather told me, which of course I already knew this. He's an awesome dude though. But he made a suggestion. He said he would have put dirt in first instead of so much concrete, which is 100% correct, and I would have much rather have done that. But you don't always have dirt. Hell, a lot of times they don't even want us to rip out dirt at all. But in that particular video he was talking about, I did have dirt. I could have done that, but I didn't have I go pretty deep in there anyway, and I'm setting it maybe only 6 inches to a foot down generally, especially on larger pieces. On these smaller pieces, I'm not as worried about it. See, my hammer guy did not hammer on that side of the road very well. See, I'm touching the bottom of his bed right now. You can see the truck moving. So when I have a larger piece like that, I get in there and I just rub the bottom with my bucket, and I curl my bucket out so that it just kind of sets the shit down. It's not banging them around as much. I mean, it's still moving the cab and whatever. I had to see where the other utility was, and I was sitting right next to it. There's 3 of them right here, 3 of the valves on this water main. There's one that is going to that hydrant on my left-hand side, which you'll see when I spin. And then there's 2 in the roadway, which those, or actually, there's one on the sidewalk, there's one in the roadway. Those do the main water line. To be fair with this company, they don't even have me or have a spotter at all with this. I mean, I don't even know why they have them standing here right now, because the whole other side of the road I didn't have a spotter at all the entire time. I did not have a spotter, and now all of a sudden I do, and I didn't hit a single thing. So I'm not sure. But again, this guy, he's now a superintendent. He's only been there a superintendent for like a week or 2 or so. He's a really good guy. He's a good guy. He's a hard worker. He knows what he's doing. And I'm sure he's getting pressure from the office differently than he normally would have. And maybe, you know, obviously he wants to look good as well. put a hub on a nail in the street. It's crazy. It's like the street that I'm fucking ripping out. Hey, am I supposed to go over any more than that, or?
Well,
It's just there's a saw cut going there.
yeah, and then it's just started diving back out. Where those bumps are about a foot off of it, so.
That's a big gap though between the center and where I'm at. So about where that utility is, that valve?
Yeah, right where your blade is, where it needs to pour out.
Okay. All right. That's all I needed.
It only matters right where those pins are at, those hubs. You overbreak it as you're digging on before you get to those or after. it's
Just
fine.
leave that intact and don't move it.
Yeah.
Such a silly thing, dude. Like, why would you put the hub where I'm ripping out? Like, it's so dumb. That's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking hell, that's so stupid. And like I said, it just,
You can go ahead and turn this out too. I got a remark, so.
Okay. This is just the asphalt that I'm ripping off right now. This isn't even the road. These trucks fill up quick though, I will say that. I don't know what I want to do here. I got all these utilities right underneath my blade and I don't want to move about too much. Yeah, hopefully the dump don't mind about that going in there, but can't be bothered to get it out of my bucket, so. Hey, do we have to have him break the sidewalk? I mean, a little bit's fine. I just feel like he's doing it
I'll tell him not to hit it so many times.
because it's probably it seems harder to pull it out when it's that much. I'd rather have it come out in larger chunks. You know what I mean?
Just hit it like one time in the center or something.
Yeah, once or twice. Yeah, just to.
And then right here, just make sure we don't have a good. I mean, it says
Well, the road's not changing here. I wouldn't
right. No,
imagine
we have
that.
everything flush back
Yeah.
to was. It's an 88, but I'd rather have a little deeper.
I'm gonna over dig on your radius because the ADA is always deeper.
Kind of just move it back and forth. You don't know. No, you don't.
I don't know if you guys can see what they're doing there. They're showing me where the ADA is, where the radius goes for the. Well, I don't know. Is that's the new curb line? That's the new curb line?
That's the front of the.
That's going way out, huh?
15-foot radius.
But that's the curb. I'm saying it's getting cut out, or it's getting bumped out quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's 10-foot sidewalk with a 1.5 or something between the curb. Or sorry, for the curb and gutter, then it gets a 1.5 gap for pavers. Go between the curb and the fucking.
They're putting pavers on this side.
Yeah. So, where the back of your curb would be,
Yeah.
like a 1.5 gap.
Yeah.
Then your sidewalk starts 10 foot.
Why are they putting pavers there? Maybe that'll end up over the water main.
Well, all said and done, it's like into the sidewalks like they're here.
Yeah.
So it comes over more, but
Huh. All these people's property taxes are about to go up. They're gaining land. I don't know how that shit works, but
go ahead and just bring it forward. We gotta pay attention to the hump too. If it's spill or a cut, it might drop.
this guy wants me to read. What does he think I am? I went to this job because I didn't want to read. Yeah, it's supposed to be hot this week, man. 80 to 85 Fahrenheit. All you goofballs out there thinking I'm in a cab and who cares, but let me tell you, after a certain temperature, the air conditioning and these things don't work worth a fuck. I mean, so you're just sitting in a sauna basically all day. You actually have it worse than the guys out on the ground that have the fresh air, breeze, and you know, you can go sit in the shade somewhere. You don't have a hot odor right under your ass. Tell that guy to not hit the sidewalk as much. I know he means well, but he always gets distracted and forgets. So the sidewalk guy will not be told. And he's going to keep continuing to turn that into gravel on probably the easiest section. Part is somewhat easy because they saw cut it. But I'm gonna have to get that guy on the hammer to start beating the shit out of this road. This is not a normal. I mean, he's hitting this thing like it's a sidewalk, and look how thick that is. You know, that's a foot thick of concrete. And it's got in this area 4 inches of asphalt on top of it. And then you got reinforcements within it, plus utilities and everything else. I ain't got time to sit here and screw around with trying to get this concrete out when that's his job, is to make this easier, right? So we'll get it figured out. It's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just I shouldn't have to sit here and mess with this as much as I am, and I don't want to do this for the whole road. We got, I don't even know how far this is. It's about a month worth of digging. Well, a little bit more, a month and a half, but two months worth of digging behind me. Honestly, it might be more than 2 months because we got this sidewalk here. And this. So last time it took us about a month and a half on the other side. Well, we started in April. To be fair, we started in April. So well, the end of March. We started at the end of March, all through April. Okay. We actually went about half of May on that one side. Now one side's not even completely done, because a sewer company had to come in and do what they needed to do, so that's why we're back on this end of the road, just to keep production going. And that side, we were only digging out about 22 to 24 feet roughly. We were pouring 19 feet. This side is twice that distance, probably. We got about a 8 to 10 foot curb right, or sidewalk right here, plus probably 30 feet, 30 plus feet of road. So not quite twice as much, but working around more utilities. We got telephone poles within the area that we're ripping out. Brand new telephone poles for the most part. We used to added a bunch of them down this stretch. Section out or not, because I think they're going all the way up against the old one. Alright, now I just got to be careful here. We got all exposed utilities here right now. Sit down the line. When we got 4 or 5 utilities right here, it's a little nerve-wracking, I guess. It is what it is. Another day in the excavator life, I guess. I didn't even think to ask if you guys can hear me, because I got this door open. I don't even know if you guys can even hear me. I'm going to have to get my mic on me next time and shut my tap door. Talk kind of low, I guess. I don't want the guys outside the tap to think I'm hollering at them. tell, but I'm sure we have other trucks waiting. Nice to pull all this out. See, I told that guy to make this gravel, and I wasn't joking, because this is, it's not super easy to pull all this up, especially with a really large bucket. We got 4 of these all back to back, right next to each other. Hilarious, dude. So this is what I'm talking about with this company. They had a spotter for me the entire time that I was not anywhere close to any of the utilities, okay? Now I am on top of the utilities, literally digging around it, and they took my spotter, bro. Like, how the fuck does that make any sense? In what world does having a spotter show up for the operator, right? And then make them get, go somewhere else? Like, that's crazy. Here he is. Now he's back. I'm digging around it, so I'm gonna need your skills of spotting.
It's right there.
Thank you. See? Well, loads of help. I was just telling them how it was hilarious that you've been here the entire time spotting around things that I didn't need spotting, and the second I get to the utilities, they pull you over there to go do something.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, the second I'm around these things digging,
Yep.
yep,
Just Bob.
there he goes. He's a cool guy, man. I like him. Tells me about his family all the time, and it's super awesome. He's a good family man. It's in there somewhere. He said okay. He didn't even care. I might have just moved on that because that concrete piece was big. And that's kind of why I said I want that breaker guy to break this up to where it's gravel, like you almost need this to be pretty loose in these areas. I was like, yeah, see, it was right there, and I really didn't see it. And I don't need these huge chunks that weigh a lot to sit on top of these valve risers. I'm not even gonna try to pull it into this thing. This guy didn't do what I needed him to. what? I'm fucked. It's getting back to the client. I'm going to say, I saw you moved it. You moved it. You're fired. I'm not paying you. And I'm going to tell them, all right, well, I guess I'm going to have to take you to court, you know. Just go do all that fun jazz. This a whole lot more. Silly thing to do to put those hubs in the street. Which I'm sure some of you guys have seen that before. But me, I've seen it before, it's just I don't particularly like it, is what I'm trying to get at, because now I gotta work around a nail in the ground in concrete that's all together, right? It's all connected, okay? And so as I'm moving shit, it's moving that hub, and it's like I'm being asked to not move it. It's like which is like this with most machines, you know, you try to go up, curl the bucket, move your boom out, and spin all at the same time. It's a big load through your hydraulic system. notices I'm fucking up, it's too late. But it is nice to know that I have a second set of eyes right there. I think it's very important. Like a glove. I hope so. Got one more that is right by my blade. Keep this hard. Alright, I have one more by my blade that this one, obviously that one's out of danger for now. And then I gotta watch that hub.
Yeah.
That nail in the street that I'm ripping out. I gotta make sure I don't move that nail in the street that I'm ripping out. That's in the concrete, connected to the concrete that I'm ripping out.
It was not saw cut.
That's not saw cut. So there's no relief at all. So heaven forbid if that nail moves. But here we go. Fucking geniuses around here, huh?
What the hell?
Huh?
What's it snagging on?
The whole road is reinforced and it's just, it's a road, right? It's all connected. So it's like as soon as I lift up, it's going to pull all this. Like, watch. It's moving the nail. Oh, it's breaking. But that's why that hammer guy's supposed to be hammering, like actually hammering a lot.
Yeah.
I already told him, I said, make it gravel around all of this stuff. So, you know, there's no large chunks getting stuck. He did not do that.
That was not what was requested.
Yeah. That's not what we went over in the meeting. I sent a memo.
What up, fellas? your best not to get those pins. I know that asphalt chunks off.
It's so stupid that they put. Why do they do that?
I don't know. But if we can get, I'm gonna see if I can get a pegger breaker out here. Hopefully, when you get going, he's breaking that line up good. You know, he just needs to keep hitting it though.
Yeah, I already went over it with him. I wanted him to turn this into gravel, and he did not. So, whatever. I'm working with it. The sidewalk I don't need done as much because that's extremely easy to break. I mean, he can hit that once or twice, and that's good.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, you need this in the gravel.
No, just around the utilities is what I asked him to do. So you know what I mean? Like last time, I don't want to pull a 10-foot section into it. You know?
Don't bulldog through the motherfucker.
I'm good at demo.
He's gonna get some, he's gonna get some.
He said, yeah, this motherfucker.
Yeah. He's gonna get some pins up for elevations, and hopefully you're deep enough.
I'm about 3 or 4 inches minimum underneath the existing, and I know we're matching here. I don't know about the sidewalk. The sidewalks, I wouldn't know.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
He just needs to get pins up. But I'm gonna go get a pin tote and some other things.
Well, you got all this, pin toe from somewhere else?
Yeah, I got
So, yeah, because I was gonna say we have all the stuff in the bucket right there. We have pins in the bucket. 25 minutes, 30 minutes ago. We didn't get them started though for a while. They sat there for 30 minutes before we started loading.
Make sure you keep an eye on them. You know,
Is there only two trucks?
Yeah.
What are we doing that for?
It's because I didn't know how fast it goes, where it could go. Yeah, just to see.
That's fine. I mean, I'm going slow here just because there's.
Tomorrow you'll have 3.
Yeah.
Ever sit too much, next day you'll have 4.
I need 6 every day. 5 minimum.
Because we're not tearing out here as much either.
Are we not doing the middle?
No, we're gonna come back and do it.
Like later? I mean, yeah.
Taking your curb and walk.
Curb and gutter and sidewalk. I'm leaving that so we can work off of it with our concrete trucks and everything. And then once this is done, we'll rip that out before that.
All right.
You understand the plans on how that 1.5 curve
Trucks today, man. That is crazy. Almost 2 trucks. That's a waste of my fucking time because I'm sitting here most of the time. Like right now, it's not a big deal because I'm feathering myself around this utility, which I'm going slower than I have to go, mainly because there's 7 guys watching me. So it's like anything I do wrong, somebody's gonna see it, right? I don't need that sort of issue right now. And these risers are not a big deal, right? The riser itself is not the main. It's an extremely cheap part to replace and fix. We just would need to dig down to the main, put it over the valve, easy. Right? Not a huge deal at all. But don't break shit that don't, it's not broken. Hey, Randy, I got one more riser right here. If you'll kind of keep an eye on that. I don't really need it, but I feel better if somebody's.
What you got?
There's one more water riser, a valve riser, right where my blade is, and I'm gonna back up. And I just don't want you to lose track of where that is, because I'm gonna pull all this concrete back to expose it. Hey, Randy, don't move that nail, but it's stupid. Oh, man. That's gonna bug me for the rest of this way, man. That is crazy. That is crazy. It's like the dude hasn't even broke here, bro. operate, you know by feel. It's really not that hard, honestly. I mean, you can feel any resistance. It's just slightly difficult when you're ripping out road, because obviously you have nothing but resistance. You're ripping out a fucking road, right? So luckily I just found it, though I had an idea where it was. Hey, I have him coming over. Will you have him brake around that pin? You don't need it? No, him. Yeah. If you're gonna move it over, then don't even worry about it. Well, I think they're gonna try to move it over, but while you're working down that line you're doing is, yeah, it's good enough, but around each pin, try to do it like 15 times. Because that's what we do. that shit. So we got these hubs in the damn street. I need my hammer guy to do what he's doing there. I need him to hammer that shit really well around the hub and break that, not just the asphalt, but break the concrete. You know what I mean? That guy don't know what the fuck he's doing. He came over here and beat the asphalt. He broke the asphalt, not the concrete. So that was not helpful at all. Now I'm gonna have to force this out. And if we were on a production line here, dude. Beat the shit out of this thing with my bucket too much. Like, you do what you have to do, but I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, I just have him come back and do this again. I'm not fucking with him anymore. I'm gonna destroy this freaking machine, though. back in there. A lot of sway in this. Boom. Rotator. Ending this video here. There's only 2 dump trucks today, so I don't want you to sit here and just watch stagnant nothing. But I'll record when there's more to do. See ya.